Hello, 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 and welcome to my Crusader Kings playthrough. I am Count John D, and I have been streaming this playthrough for a few months. And we basically started all the way over here in just tiny little Iceland with just these two counties. Now, like, how long have I actually been playing this? Now, 183 years later, whole lot of political scheming in Norway and Scandinavia, and then a whole bunch of conquest followed that. And I have a pretty sizable empire in my hands. I'm currently the Emperor of Scandinavia, which holds both all of Scandinavia itself, which is the de jure, which is over here, uh, most of Russia over here, and is still actually expanding east here over here when I can, and is reaching all the way west to Poland and here south and touching the somewhat more expanded Byzantines than I would like. And I've also taken over the British Isles. There is still a king in There's still a king in England, but that's fine. He's my vassal, so that's all good. He's not of my dynasty though, which is unfortunate because I believe that accidentally got rebelled away from me. Or no. I never. My dynasty never held the kingdom of England. I think it's the kingdom of yeah. It's my dynasty and also my dynasty, which is now Hikadalur. I've done really well for it so far because I've managed to both make them make members of my dynasty into the king of Scotland, the king of the king. Oh, so not the actually the viceroy. Okay, this is a little bit less impressive because this is a viceroyalty title, which is a type of titles that is only available once you research Majesty up to 5 and get access to the imperial administration law, and they're actually really useful at keeping your kingdom vassals stable. Because how viceroyal titles work are they're essentially just kingdom titles, and they're essentially just as good for the person who has them. But the difference is instead of whoever their heir is inheriting them, instead they're always inherited by their liege, and which in this case would be me, every time. So as long as I can hold on to my empire title, all of them can keep up and hold on to their titles, and that motivates these viceroyal royalties to actually vote for candidates of my dynasty, like this one. Even though I'm not particularly happy with this heir in specific, I was sort of hoping to be able to swing the elective vote over to here, my cousin Trond. I believe I didn't have any good kids. Meh. 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 And meh. I didn't have any particular good kids, but I believe my last character did, which is where that cousin shows up on. Yeah, but unfortunately, he just can't seem to grab the votes at the moment. Like, which is really frustrating because the vote here is split between this guy, which is the Viceroy of Carl of Ireland, probably one of the voices from himself, Selfish Git. And here is, does he get a vote? Okay, no, it's someone else. And also this guy, who I don't even remember. Okay, this guy's technically a bit better than my actual heir, but he also has the problem of not being able to get the proper votes. And then this guy was just some random dude who, for some reason, is not voting for who I want to be. Actually, is he voting for himself? He's not voting for himself. That's interesting, because that's the interesting thing about the elective inheritance system, is that you can have king other candidates that don't seem to want to be king candidates. The other thing is I could also maybe within this character's lifetime, if I'm a little bit lucky, I might actually be able to set up primogeniture inheritance. But in order to do that, I need to have reigned for 10 years. I need to be at peace, and I need none of my vassals to be fighting each other, which is a toughie. It's a little bit easier now that I have external wars only. which is harder for the opinion modifier thing, but that essentially means that my vassals won't be fighting each other over the scraps here. So essentially, whenever they are fighting, they're fighting someone else, and if they're fighting someone else and winning, is this Calculaonius? Okay, never mind. This is just getting attacked by Holy Roman Empire, Wolf of Polotsk. Yeah, unfortunately, the Holy Roman Empire is going to grab this, and there's nothing I can really do about it. The Byzantines are going to be able to grab these two counties, which is also kind of annoying. So we're going to have this weird little thing where you have a bunch of territories in the middle of the Byzantines. But, Now, if I could only manipulate myself into getting Hungary, that would be great. But that'll have to wait for now, because now we are in the midst of fighting a war for France. I want this guy who is my vassal and betrothed to my Ethna. I'm betrothed to my Ethna, a woman of my dynasty. I'm really hoping for this war to be successful, and then because he is my vassal and he has sworn an oath to me, I am essentially going to control all of France. The only thing is I gotta make sure that I beat this revolts to it. In the second French revolt for claim on France. So, let me see, is it really at 92? Duke Gargamel's third's claim on France. The French revolt over here is currently getting 92%, which is pretty bad, but I think, does the war end inconclusively? I don't think it does. I think the war actually continues. Anyway, because we're still fighting claims. Okay, and we're essentially going to push as many of our troops as we can into. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Because Ireland is dealing with a revolt, we're not getting a lot of troops from them. But on the plus side, Scotland should be providing us with a decent troops. 2,000. That's not great, but like I think it's mostly because of the revolt that was previously here, which is why it's not as good as it could be. But it's still not awful. So let's actually sell those troops onto here as well. My capital of Holstein is generating, more troops, almost more troops than Scotland just by itself. And also the Danish troops over here, we're gonna sail here. Yeah, if we sail them over here, I think they can fit the Norwegian troops as well. Yeah, they can. And we're going to stuff all of these into that fleet. Let me see, what do we got? Yeah, I have the option of usurping this title, but I don't want to because it is controlled by my dynasty. The heir is also of my dynasty, and that guy has a bunch of kids, so I'm not particularly worried about this leaving my dynasty. I would much rather for this guy just keep it. It does look like he doesn't like me a lot, but that's partly because I still have because I destroyed the Empire title of Britain recently, but that's going to be gone by 1257 in about 7 years or so. And considering the kid is like 10, he's only going to get about a year of being in charge before that penalty runs out. And after that, he'll essentially be mostly okay with me. Did the Kingdom of England really likes me for some reason. Oh yeah, I sent him a gift and a few other things. Nice. Okay, how many troops does the revolt generate? 800, 500, that's like 1,300. Okay, it's decent if you add them together. Okay, the thing is, the Swedish troops. How many Swedish troops can I generate? 2,300? Yeah, the problem with it is that I have to either raise all or none of the ships. But I honestly think it's fine, because with the amount of money we have right now and the income we have right about now, we can probably maintain these for long enough to just set. I don't know. That fleet needs to stay there. That fleet can sail straight in. Oh yeah, I added most of Finland into England as well. Yeah, this is the count that's over there. Everything's actually looking pretty neat over here. Oh yeah, Sweden also has that county. I forget why. Oh yeah, because I wanted the Merchant Republic, which. Oh yeah, because that's how it lands. Okay. Unfortunately, I had the viceroyalty that accidentally put the Merchant Republic under a king. I wasn't supposed to do that, but that's fine. It's honestly, we can probably fix that somehow. Can we grant the Kingdom of Sweden to this guy when after it's done? I wonder. Wait, we can't grant any titles? We've got titles to grant. We should at least have a grant title button. Okay, we can't we can't anyway to the head of the republic. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's look at our map again. The thing is, we don't have any friends for this war, which is fine. Honestly, I think this revolt's also not going to do much. Although we could actually raise the Polish and Russian armies to fight that, and then just take them along with it. We also have the county of Kunigard, which is our own county over here, and that raises 1,000 troops by itself, which is not bad. Here we got almost, yeah, that's more than enough to deal with that. So they'll just rally here in, what county is that? In Beresti. And let me see, he is fighting. Okay, he's just fighting my wars, and yeah, he is also has this little one county as a tributary. I really wish he would have warred for the actual county, because that would have been more useful. And we have the Teutonic Knights that have like 2 counties over there. Okay, is there anything big that we're forgetting to raise? Like, we still have some of our old counties. Looks like we could raise Morai. Morai has about 1,000 extra troops. And I think that's like big enough to be at least somewhat relevant. Pova still isn't under anyone. What else? What else? Are we forgetting anything? Nah, we like have a few of our own counties, but I think some of the smaller counties aren't really are like so far away that they're not really worth it. Like we can get like 400 from that county, 300 from there, and 300 from there. But honestly, I think I'd rather just keep them in like not necessarily like the reserves exactly, but I'd rather keep them in raisable troops. Because keeping your raisable troops not too low is generally a good thing for the stability of your realm. Just to be able to at least get some troops at any time is valuable. Wolf of Hegedal? Huh. Oh, I guess my... Oh, that's actually pretty neat. I guess the Grandmaster of the Knights Templar is apparently my relative. That's nice. Does that give me any prestige or something? Golden Swords, Finger of St. John. Dynasty controls Knights Templar +2. Nice, nice. That's a nice little amount of prestige to have. Now we have 700 ships, which is like all the ships in the world. Yeah, we're at 92. They seem to have real trouble generating anything else. We got about 14,000 men. How many men did Paris France actually has? France actually did have like about 20,000 troops or so. Oh, we apparently beat the Peasant Revolt on the virtue of probably the Holy Roman Empire accidentally swept it up when we weren't looking. Or maybe Poland did something about it. Either way, it's fine. Isn't it nice when your vassals actually do the thing you want them to do? I gotta say, I appreciate it when it happens. Okay, I think we're actually just gonna also get the ships back and immediately disband them because we don't need them. Yeah, but we're probably going to keep our 10,000 stacks relatively close together to make sure that we can have enough troops to oppose any French army that's coming. Okay, we're going to wait until those troops are consolidated and then essentially just march them straight across the Holy Roman Empire. Like, it's a slow way to... Actually... The Swedish ships. Where's the closest place I can get them to my Swedish ships? Yeah, that's actually not that far away. And if I get them over there, and I can just sail across over here and get them over there, that'll be pretty good for this French war I'm dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna put them over there, but I don't have any port to land. But I can still just cross over to Gdansk or anywhere and just go over it. It's fine. Unlike EU, 404 Crusader Kings doesn't have to worry about military access. You can just plop your troops through anything. Okay. It seems that I could probably take down this stack over here, but I kind of, for a couple of reasons, want to prefer them leaving that off. For one, I do want to make sure that this army will be close enough to reinforce it in case there's a big stack somewhere around it. And, oh yeah, also good to make sure that your army is being led by competent people. That is generally considered a good thing to do, to make sure your armies are being commanded by someone who has at least some idea of military tactica. Whoops, did I accidentally put that? I did not. Okay, their fort level is 6.5, we have 13,000 troops. It's gonna lose us a fair amount of troops if we do that. How much is the attrition value going at? Okay, with the attrition modifier at 15, Princess of Rus. Yeah, I think that's okay by me. Kind of just going whatever. Actually, did I manage to put a king of Rus that is of my dynasty? Yes, I did. I'm really letting the nepotism involved with feudalism really, dig off. I think I'm doing really well in that department. Okay, if we cross over here, it will be a battle. It won't be a river crossing, and I feel like this army is okay, not necessarily close, but close enough to make it in the nick of time, in the case of in the case of him getting reinforcements from somewhere, and we'll know essentially if that even has a chance to do anything bad in 2 days or so. Maximum supply is 11.9. Okay. Yeah, actually just march straight down there. It's all good. Yeah, you just march over there. You're not sieging anything by yourself anyway. Ugh, it's really nice to have Kent there just to land and get your troops down. Well, okay, so 2B for Sussex, Essex, Middlesex, and Suffolk would all do pretty well, equally well. But disband them to make sure we're not spending unnecessary money at the ships. This army, this is not this is not a question. We're winning that fight. Were these guys revolters or were they loyalists? Okay, these guys I think were loyalists. Yeah, they're loyalists. In the revolt that's going on, because we're essentially putting a third member in. Okay, that's fine. They're putting the free inheritance law. Wait, no, that's not fine. And they're not part of de jure Scandinavia, are they? That could pose some problems in the future, actually. That could pose a lot of problems in the future, actually. Although the good thing is, that means that parts of Scotland can just be dropping off into other countries until. Yeah, and as long as that as long as that doesn't happen for the next 97 years, which is a long time which is a very, very long time to not expect something like that happening. We don't have to worry about it at all, because we won't have to worry about it all. Basically, because it'll be part of the Empire of Scandinavia by de jure, and that way the civic and religious laws that I have right now, which makes controlled realm inheritance illegal. So essentially that means that things can inherit outside of my realm, into people outside of my realm, but even though they haven't sworn oath to me, they'll still be my vassals, they'll still be my vassals regardless. And if they already have titles and are a vassal within another liege, within another in another realm, they cannot inherit. That's essentially what controlled realm inheritance does, and why it's generally a good thing. Which, although it was probably put there by faction demand of someone in Scotland, and that means that someone is probably hoping to you be able to use this to succeed. Let's hope that they're wrong, because I would really prefer keeping. I would really essentially prefer keeping Scotland as a territory if I could. How many? Okay, wait. That won't be enough to siege either. Yeah, with only 860 garrison, I think it's a fine place to siege. Oh wait, that was probably bad though, because I probably, let me see. 89. Okay, he's losing. He's starting to lose anyway. But I think because of how this attrition system works, even though this causes my attrition to go up by like leagues to actually put my army stacks together here, it's they're okay. Oh yeah, they're also fighting some Muslims. That's why they can. That's why they can raise those. I'm just gonna assault Paris. As my troops ransacked the castles of Maloon, they uncovered an interesting relic that Duke Aldrich had hidden away there. Engraved sword. Transferred engraved sword from Duke Aldrich treasury. As my troops ransacked, they discovered an interesting relic. Huh. Interesting. They're swords. Let me see. Noble scepter. Almost comes. Obtained 1250. Original Count Boson of Vexen. Okay, that's nice. I really like the items that they've actually added over to this. We have this arming sword, which is our actual thing that we fight with. No, sorry. It's this long sword we actually fight with, because it actually gives +2 martial and +1 combat skill. And we have a golden sword as our ceremonial weapon. This engraved sword is it's a little nice weapon, weapon here. But honestly, we're probably going to just use this to eventually give to someone else. Whenever we need a little bit of a diplomatic edge, we'll be able to give them a nice sword. So that's nice. Is there anything in the King's treasury we would have preferred? Nah. Honestly, my treasury is far, far better than the King of France. Than France's. Like, I also have the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. Yes, I totally have the crown of thorns that Jesus wore. And if you question that fact, you'll just have to have a word with some of my ministers, and you'll be promptly executed. So, do you have a problem with me having the actual crown of thorns? Then probably not. Okay, but this war with France is still probably going to go pretty well, because he's super unstable right now. He's got a revolt going on that is actually doing a lot of occupying, a lot of army beating, and on top of that, I believe they're also fighting. Wait, they're fighting the Fatimids? Holy shit! This war's gonna be easier than I thought it was. That is not gonna go well for them. They're fighting the Fatimids, like a third of their own kingdom, and me. Oh, that is not good. That is not good for them at all. Especially after I start to keep Paris. Let me see. My co-conspirator Westray assembled a party of mercenaries to ambush. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was trying to kill my wife. You know, I really hope that succeeds this time. She's been unusually difficult to kill. That has actually been really annoying about her. And essentially, the reason that I really wanted to kill kill my wife is essentially because, for one, she already hates me anyway. The second thing is her stats aren't good, and she's also not providing me with a non-aggression pact that I like either. So essentially, this wife is giving me nothing. Like, I would even though she's at least somewhat noble, I would much rather marry a random peasant that would be smarter. So that's not exactly what I'm about here. Yeah, and essentially, the reason why I'm married to her in the first place is because I was playing a different character when this marriage happened. because I was playing the last Emperor when this marriage happened, which was Tron the Second the Seducer, which did relatively well. And you'll notice that there's a bit of a discrepancy of how long people are ruling in when you're looking at Crusader Kings Line. I just find that a bit funny. Because, like, this guy is, like, 1150... He ruled between 1152 and 1666. So he ruled for, like, 14 years. That is respectable. This guy ruled for 1168. Okay. And this guy ruled for 2 years. Then that guy ruled for 17 years. And that guy ruled for 2 years. And... 2 years. Although these three characters are characters that I actually didn't play, because thanks to the elective system, I lost the title there for a little bit, and I wasn't emperor at that time, which wasn't really good. And one of the reasons why you see why everyone else has like the imperial laurels, but this guy doesn't, is because unlike all of the others, they didn't die as an emperor. He didn't die as an emperor. He was a duke when he died. He had been emperor for about a couple years, but at the point where he died, which was way later, he wasn't an emperor. He was a duke, which is why that shows up like that. Oh, great! We're not suffering any attrition anymore. Okay, let me see. They have the troops aboard. Yes, they do. Okay, that's great. And they can start besieging something. You guys sail over here. Disband some more ships to, not spending, in order to not be spending money unnecessarily. Generally speaking, you don't particularly want to be you don't want to have raised ships that you don't need. It's just a generally good principle to keep up in Crusader Kings. Success. The mercenaries ambushed the carriage of Empress Pribislava and made short work of her. They let the driver go, and he is convinced the attack was carried out by highwaymen. Oh, those nasty bandits! They killed my wife! How horrible! I will mourn her death by finding someone younger, prettier, of a better family. Oh, let me see. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna look, because I think I hear more. Currently, I think I hear more about stacks than especially when you're looking at the patrician non-aggression pacts. Like, that's actually a good point. Maybe I should actually just try to marry into Hungary or the HRE. I'm actually wondering, is there anything that I can marry for a non-aggression pact into the HRE? Okay, there's nothing that I can do to a non-aggression pact with the HRE, so I'm not going to bother. Let's make a check to see if we can do it in Hungary, because for a Hungarian non-aggression pact, that actually might be worth my marriage. Maybe we can grab one to the Byzantines. Like, I'm okay with if she's like 14 or 15, that's okay. Like these are not great stats, and she's got also homosexual, so she's unlikely to give me kids, which is kind of a thing that's important to get there. Stop making lesbians. Gosh, it's not great, because like the two women there like actually did like to do there. Okay, I think I'm actually just gonna. Okay, is there any other non-aggression pacts I would actually like? Castile, maybe? Galicia? Galicia has a 6-year-old, which is unfortunately, that's just too young for me. Or is it? Eight for 8. Okay. If she's 8 years old, it'll take me another 8 years. At that point, I will be 37. Nah. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna try to get 4. But if I get a baby into the Queen of Castile, that then inherits, that'll be super good for me. And I guess I've got 4 sons already. And I also have heirs besides that because I have elective, so it's not exactly like my problem is not having enough successors. So I think my domain isn't suffering for the loss of my wife, nor is my vassal limit or anything like that. So I don't desperately need a stat boost either. Uh, so I think I'm gonna do it actually. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Castile. Is Castile fighting any worse? She can't. Okay. Defending against Erenstein updated the war for purchase in Emir Amul Abdel. She has 7,000k troops versus 5k, 2k, and she's got a lot of land here that hasn't really been settled yet. I think I'm actually going to do that. Because even if I can't get her to inherit, just that kingdom title being in my dynasty will be so good. And even if let me see, how old is the queen? The queen is 33, so, and she is chaste. So, and like it doesn't detached priest. Okay, detached priest doesn't have a fertility penalty attached to it, but she might not generate another child. And even if she does, that might be a third girl. And if that's a third girl, that's a-okay. And then we might actually be able to grab the Kingdom of Castile just without any fighting. And if that happens, we are, like, suddenly we are a powerhouse in Iberia, because we have all of this territory that France has spent so much effort gaining. And on top of that, if we get Castile just boom over there, that'll actually be really good for us. The age 40 said age 47 Harold died under suspicious circumstances. I don't even know who that is, and I don't care. Okay, let's land this guy just in order to siege just somewhere. Let me see, this is this a castle or city? This is a castle, this is a barony. And this barony has a fort level of 7 with 1900 not garrison. I don't fancy sieging that, actually. Let me see, with a rate of 3.9 per month without any attrition. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because, is he fighting him at back? Oh, okay. Can't really do anything about that, I suppose. Actually, let's hope we can get over to Bordeaux. If we can get over to Bordeaux and assault that before... And assault that essentially before... before he actually declares himself a winner of the war, we might be able to extend it to a point where this works. We just kind of have to hope. I probably should have taken the. Okay, it's a bit too late now, but I probably should have just gone north, taken that route by ship. That would have probably been not only the faster option, it would have probably been safer. I'm actually gonna take this ship over here because if I get like ambushed by a big army somewhere or something, then I can hopefully just escape by boat. And meanwhile, we're just sieging Paris down. Actually, I wonder, is London one of this? Yeah, the city of London is an asset, and it's not a bad one. Well, that army doesn't look like he's gonna be able to run away. Okay, we've actually finished the stables in Itzehoe. Let me see. Are the upgrading done in Königarth? Okay, I'd actually rather do something in Königarth if I can. Let's actually make the second Housecarl trading ground. Don't really care. Resist my felt impulses. Yeah, especially since I am kind of at the stage of piety where if I have to spend some amount of it soon. Okay, this army is fleeing from the other army, and these armies are Oh. Oh. Let me see. Okay. They're no longer losing this war. So I'm actually just gonna keep sieging that then. And I hope that works. Although this is actually doing pretty well, and I really hope we can actually get this war done. Occupying Paris is actually a really good step, because that's probably going to generate us some ticking war score, and then we're not going to need that too many battles to actually win the war. Yeah, but seeing that they have around, what is it, like 15, 16,000 troops, we're going to keep our 25,000 close enough together to the point where we're not afraid of them accidentally meeting our opponent when we don't mean them to. Although, let me see, with 23 gold a month, maybe we can hire to add some mercenaries on top, just to make sure we don't have to worry about anything. Let me see, monthly costs, we're looking at something that's like a tiny bit below 20. Yeah, this seems pretty good. The Finnish band, they've got 4,000 troops. They appear in Holstein. The Holstein ships were probably good enough to carry that. Sure. Because, oh, damn it. 36 versus 42, really? We're going to have to raise the Danish boats for this? Really? Yeah, we're going to raise the Danish boats for this. So Danish boats go over there. Might as well disband them because there's no point to having them up. We're getting a few vassal penalties because we've raised their levies for a bit of a while, but there's no avoiding that in this sort of situation. What other reclaims can you claim? Kingdom of Castile, Kingdom of Hungary. Jesus, we have a lot of people with a lot of claims for a lot of places. The problem is we're not going to be able to, we're pretty invested in trying to beat France down, because that's probably one of the best wars we can actually get to beat at this point. So I'm actually not unhappy about warring France right here. I'm actually really hoping that they'll generally be busy enough dealing with not only the attack over here, but also the attack over here. Actually, are they dealing with that? No, not actually. Also, the war they have with the Fatimids, right? Defending against Khalid in Fatimids' war for Sikh Ahmads. Oh yeah! I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, France has Jerusalem. I completely forgot about that. If this war is over, if this war is over before the war for Jerusalem is over, we might actually just sail over there and protect Jerusalem. Because that is relatively valuable territory to have, but can we? That's actually the good question. Because we'll be a little bit war exhausted from dealing with the French, and currently the Fatimids are one of the few empires here that can actually hold a candle to us. The empires that we are at least somewhat afraid of right now is the Holy Roman Empire. We do out-muscle them right now, and it does look like we're going to out-muscle them for some time, but a war with them is not a good idea in general, because of how much investment we'd have to spend in order to beat them. Which is kind of why, even though I don't like it, I'm kind of letting this territory here be uncontested in their favor. They're also one of the reasons why I'm not quite willing to actually go to war with them, is because if I succeed in France, they're going to be relatively landlocked, and if they're going to be relatively landlocked, by mostly me, then they're probably just going to stay there, not really do anything, and that'll probably be fine. Oh, that also reminds me, the guy who I'm trying to get the claim for, how long until he can marry my kinswoman? Okay, because I want to make sure that this marriage is a thing, preferably before this war is over. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was the right call. We were salting this to the point where we're actually not paying that much for it. And now we're dealing with a city with a really shitty fort. We'll just, do that. attacking 88. 88, that is a lot. Let me see. Yeah, fort level 5. Yeah, with a fort level of 5, I think we can take that down. Also, gotta remember not to keep those raised longer than you need them to. That was probably draining my money unnecessarily for a little bit. My nephew! Oh yeah, your Lika son. I remember that you. Oh, you've just come of age now. That's great. Great. Whatever your name was. Wait, are those Templars? I think they are. Does the French king is the French king excommunicated or something? Because if not, they're going to get penalties for using them against Christians. For using those troops against Christians. News record Mactatelus Ragnar is starting to attack me. Really? Alright. I'm pretty sure that that's not going to succeed. Good luck generating those 30,000 troops, adventure. Good luck. Let's see what we got here. Who is this? Christian Frodeson. Yeah, okay, it's one of my kids. Let's get etiquette. Hopefully we can get a decent diplomat. Like, that wouldn't generally be a nice thing. What the hell? Are we fighting... Where are we fighting? Where are we fighting? Is this a French vassal or something? Where are we fighting them? We're winning, but I don't know who we're fighting or why. Let me see. Army of Bertrand, Orleans. There's a hostile army here, Crusader Kings. Yes. Yes, that was the condition of you becoming the King of France. You marrying my relative Metronili, and hopefully making lots and lots of kids. It would be really nice to get the Kingdom of France also into my dynasty, because that adds a level of loyalty to me that would be great to keep. We don't need to siege, but do we want to fight this French revolt army? How well are they doing? 88. This is getting unsieged. That's getting unsieged. Nah, I think we'd rather just like rush occupy other important territories. Let's check if there's something here that has been recently occupied by, like, relatively recently occupied by the revolters or something, or like something with a relatively low garrison. That seems to be a decently low garrison, but how big is that? 600? That is still like 600 though. Although when looking at the garrisons that are around here, that is still relatively low. Even though it's not as... Okay, actually 487, 956, 76. Sons is relatively low. And that's straight next to us. I don't know why we're not engaging the Orleans revolt here. I have no idea. We should... I feel like we should be. And we got the war score at 61% right about now, which should be good. Let me see. Does this church has shit fort level? We're assaulting that. We're gonna lose a few hundred men, but that's fine. We're gonna get reinforcements about the size of 4,000 men from the Finnish revolters. Wait, wrong type of holding? Who is this? City of Cavdor. Oh yeah, I built a city over here. Like, that'll eventually generate me a decent amount of tax. We'll see how that goes. What is the fort level of this thing? 6.5, but with the troops we have, it's probably worth it, especially since we're just kind of trying to like occupy as many things as quickly as possible to get the war score up to 100. Because honestly, even though we probably win, if we can avoid fighting their armies, we probably do, because I feel like the casualties that we would deal with over there would be more out of our control, especially if we have a weird situation where just after getting just after fighting one of just after fighting one of the just after fighting one of the, or like either the revolt army or the French loyalist army in the we could land in a situation where we're suddenly we could land essentially in a situation where we get fought off by one of the armies, and then, like the loyalists, for example, and then the rebels finish us off, or vice versa. Because our morale would be really low at the end of dealing with one army when the other shows up. And I think that could lead us to lose. So that's why I'm relatively unwilling to be close to a lot of their armies. Because just being close to these guys is fine, but that's kind of the reason why I'm choosing not to engage them. Because I outnumber them on both fronts, it looks like they're probably not going to engage me. And if I can get my war score up to 100 and force the demands before it matters, that's just great. Although that does mean that it's a bit worse getting out of there. Okay, that's why. Okay, that means I can't get too far away from this county though, or like these occupied counties, because if the rebels go up to them, we got to be able to march back there before they like undo all the good work we've done. Especially since we would just want to sneak up to 100 war score and then just have the war be over. And that's actually why I'm going to keep a relatively good track of this army, because we've been relatively greedy when it comes to assaulting, because we kind of want this war to be over quickly. This army is actually probably going to get beaten by most of the French armies. Like we can't see it now because we don't have the ships there that were kind of spying for us. Maybe we should have kept them there actually. Like I thought it was just kind of a waste of money, but now I'm kind of under the opinion that maybe just having them there to be able to keep a track on that army was a good idea. Yeah, actually, since we still haven't disbanded them or anything, might as well do that. You pride. Etiquette, humility. I think I'm probably gonna go with indolent is. This is actually the thing. Indolent is good for intrigue, and playful is good for the other thing. I'll just add etiquette. Like I might as well. I don't think it's an important decision either way. This doesn't look like to be one of the kits that is actually going to amount to much. She my daughter? No, she's she's the previous ruler's daughter. And she is my cousin, so that does secure a pact, so that's actually good. We have an aggression pact with the Byzantines, right? We do not? Can we? Never mind, we can't. Okay. And sorry, never mind. This is not good enough for a defensive pact. It's fine. When I feel like I need it, we can probably just trade one of the kids that we have to get one with the Byzantines. Although it did look like there were a bit slim pickings there. So I'm actually going to betroth my 9-year-old son here to a Byzantine princess. How about Lennart? How would you like to be betrothed to this Byzantine princess? Let's see if the Emperor agrees that this is the right call. Because the Byzantine Empire is also one of the people that we kind of want to be friends with. They have a lot of territory that we don't want them to have, but they're also keeping the Muslims in check, so it's kind of like a mix and match thing. Because if they start to get way overrun by the Muslims, we're going to just snatch up some of the territory there, but until then we're just going to be relatively quietly. We're just going to be relatively calm about the whole thing. Okay, now that we've got the war score up to 100, we're just going to enforce the demand. Okay, that was actually just for the Kingdom of France. Of course, that was actually just for the Kingdom of France. So now he's just the King of Jerusalem, and his heir is the Duke. Yeah, it's Duke in over there. It's not a Duke over there. Attacking Gerund the usurper and second rich enclave of France. But we're not fighting that war, so we can't really do anything about it. And the King of Jerusalem still has some random pieces of territory here and there. Okay, this is slightly more border gore than I expected, but overall, this went well. Especially since even if this revolt will be over... Wait, can we offer to... Oh yeah, he's Andalusian, so he's actually an Arabic culture subtype. That's fine by me. Let me see, can we offer to join war? It doesn't seem that we can, so we might as well just hope that he takes care of that for that himself. The King of Jerusalem. Like, if this means that he just stays the King of Jerusalem, that might also be fine. Even though it is kind of annoying that Paris, the crown jewel there, is just part of Jerusalem. I gotta admit that is pretty vexing. I know you can demand Gavelkind, but can you demand elective? I probably can't while he's at war, and there's probably have to be some special conditions that are not being met in order for me to even have the option. Okay, let's see what people are in the defensive pact against me now. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty much everyone. Everyone... Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, my threat is like 99.7. Okay, to be fair, Castile isn't... This French revolt isn't there because she can't be. The Holy Roman Empire is pretty big, so that makes sense. They're not... It makes sense Galicia, but Castile is in a non-aggression pact with me, so that makes sense. Lombardy doesn't have... is completely surrounded by the HRE, so it just doesn't matter for them. But Croatia, Hungary, and Venice here, yeah, that makes sense. Especially since I can actually, especially since I have people with claims to Croatia, to Castile, to Leon. I have claims to Leon, but I don't really want to fight that because I'm hoping to be able to diplomatically take that down. Yeah, because I have claims to the Kingdom of Hungary, several. One of which is not one of which is held by a vassal. Yeah, the only one that can claim Hungary is this chick. She's 33 years old. She's a lunatic with great pox. Okay, I don't think that's gonna pan out. We're just gonna have to take Hungary another day, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is actually my retinue here. Actually, is there anything else I want for my tech here? I don't think there is. Like, that we care about in terms of rules. Like, I guess tolerance is kind of okay to have, but, like, it's gonna be a really long while until either of them gets to that level anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this right now, because I think it's going to be one of the few times to do this. I'm gonna make Königarth here my capital. 18, 7. Okay, yeah, I know that this puts the tech way behind here, but my tech a little bit behind to put this as my capital. But with 6 holding slots, the capital bonuses are eventually just going to be more of them. So like right now, this may not seem like a smart thing, but in long-term thinking, I think this is the right call. And now I'm going to actually save enough money to... I'm actually going to try to save enough money for a couple of universities. Your sister, the Grethe, asked you to consider her for the position of marshal in your council. While you are sure she would be up for the task, it's an inconvenient choice. Generally, Russell would not be happy. Considering my current marshal is better at his job, no. I think, honestly, the current marshal is doing a fine job, so there's no reason to really do any changes about that. But this is still turning out pretty well for me. Actually, let me see. De jure kingdoms. Yeah, okay. Aquitaine doesn't have any de jure, so I can't actually form that. Because that would actually be a strategy. If Aquitaine still had de jure, I would form it in order to essentially split down France between my vassals. Because France being under one vassal is a lot of power under one vassal. Sure, a random Jew, come into my court. Like, there's really no penalties to having a random Jew in your court. Like, it's just one guy in your court. Like, sure, assassinating you is slightly... Oh, wow, 20 marshal? Or is that? No, that's... Oh, okay, that's actually some random noble courtier. That wasn't a Jew. Which is fine. Oh no, adventurer threat. Whatever shall I do? They might attack me by like 20,000 men if they're lucky. I am so frightened. Okay, random people. 28th December 1252. So it's in about a year. Hey, we're at like only 15 years, and they've been playing this game for about 200 years. That, like, honestly, he's also going to lose a lot of the power that he has right now. Wait, the French revolt still has some of this territory? Wait, is Jerusalem... Wait, is the king of Jerusalem... Oh, he's not fighting... he's not fighting the Fatimids anymore. The Fatimids... Yeah, he's a truce... well, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's probably really... Oh yeah. This revolt basically screwed a little with the Fatimids war. He got less territory than he wanted because there was a revolt going on when he wanted. It's an annoying thing that can happen. But is the king of Jerusalem still having a war of some sorts? Or is this? Oh no, these are just the Knights Templar. What are the Knights Templar at war with? Attacking. Oh, the Knights Templar are, for some reason, participating in the war, in the rebellion against France. Okay, that's a rare thing to see the Knights Templar do. Interfere in a war with in someone's war that is not their liege and of their religion. It's a strange little thing to see that happen. I'll send a gift. Sure, I'll form an alliance. I don't mind Salamanca. Offer to join war, make tributary. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. I don't really mind keeping that realm stable if I can. Especially since just these are just the French troops. You know, that might have been a good war. That might have been a good war. Just saying, that was a good war. I'm somehow getting more troops from these guys as a vassal than I had to. Like, this is slightly fewer men than I had to send to take over the country, and now I can send them to take over other places. That seems pretty great, actually. Like, it's also just good to keep our alliance here. Like, their morale is recovering slowly. Ransom prisoner. Tour. A excommunicated courtier with no stats. A claim on a barony. No, I'm not giving you even 10 money for that. Like, why are you even asking me? I couldn't care at all. Do you want money for that? Although, to be fair, I think it's only polite to ask. Like, maybe I did care. Like, maybe he was a friend. He's just making sure that I have the option. So that's kind of nice of him. Did he just release him anyway? He just released him anyway, didn't he? Okay, that's pretty funny, because I'm like, I didn't want the guy, so, Oh, and I'm guessing, like, when he comes back, it'll be, like, the super awkward, oh, so you rejected the ransom, didn't you? Yeah, because I totally knew that he was going to release you if I didn't accept the ransom. I cleverly manipulated your lease. Yes, yes. To the Lugubu... Is that a word? Okay, I'm gonna look that up, because that is a word that I have never seen before. Lugubrious. Yeah, okay, that is a word. Mournful, dismal, or gloomy, especially in an affected, exaggerated, or unrelieved manner. Lugubrious songs of lust. Lost love. So they're saying that I'm depressing? I guess I am pretty depressing to my enemies. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just the guy who's accepting the ransom for some... Why is a random... What? How did that happen? Why are you paying money for the Lithuanian? Why? Why are you paying money for a Lithuanian of a noble house that is really far away, and he has, like, that's an awful sell, I gotta say. Or maybe that's just a testament to my salesman pitch, that I can just sell these people off to people who cannot have a use for them. Yeah, now I've got 3 wars going on. 16, 38. Yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be an easy war. And everything's being coolio. We're doing super well, and everything's going nicely. Because this also means that if our plan to marry her daughter and basically essentially have members of my dynasty become the kings of Castile are successful, we'll be able to peacefully, basically without spending any effort and without messing with the defensive pact that is essentially going to be a lot of people, and without really bothering with them, we can take over a decent swell of territory. I'm also just kind of like the idea of the idea of having an ally until then. Like, because we don't have a claim that we can push yet on Castile anyway. I think it's also another reason why I think it's probably just good to do it this way. Because, like, even if she gets a son, I can probably assassinate that son. Hopefully assassinate that son. Yeah, like, the garrison on that is going to be, like, nothing. The fort level of that is, fine, but not great. What is that revolt going? Like, if you win, the only thing that's annoying is that guy will not like me as much as the previous king. Wait, what? Occupied by Duchy of Mallet. Okay. Here we go. Now, none of that is occupied. And if there is no taking war score for the attacker, the defender should get a taking war score, I think. I'm slightly unfortunate that, unlike in EU4, you don't have the option of actually getting someone who is related to me that I don't care about, and a random prince. But do we get a non-aggression pact if we marry him to someone else? Doesn't look like it. Betrothal. Only if we do to Astrid, which is my niece, which is 9 years old. She's also attractive. Let me see, there's an 8-year-old. Where's my 7-year-old? Yes. Countess Elisa Yukon. She's 11, she's 2. That seems fine. Sure, get that marriage, it's fine. Like, they have the hill advantage here, but that's fine. They're still not going to have a chance. We outnumber them too hard, and I'm actually not sure how much better or worse their troops are to ours when compared man to man, but I know it's not to overcome a 4 to 1 numbers advantage, especially since, wow, their generals are not even that good. Are they fighting those guys back? They're not really. Let me see, that guy, Abadid Emrat, he's from those guys, and this guy is Seville. Okay, so that's essentially technically my ally because it's a vassal of my ally. And he's actually occupying some of that, so that's all good. Okay, like, we're probably going to win anyway, but this is just going to cause us less casualties, so we might as well. Because if we go over Lyon, over to here, we're not going to get a river penalty, and they're not going to get a mountain bonus. They're just going to get the mountain bonus. Like, I think it's unavoidable for them to get that just because of the terrain of Spain, but it's absolute. Like, that's fine. Like, sure, well, we probably would have won the other thing either way, because we're outnumbering even harder with an 8 to 1 ratio. Oh, also, got to remember to build stuff. Where can we build stuff? Oh yeah, we're gathering up to have a university in Königsberg. That is essentially something that is very important. Like, we're building some stuff here, it's fine. This thing is getting developed. It'll take 800 money for that. Straight? Wait. 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 Did I have Sunset Invasion enabled? I don't think I had Sunset Invasion enabled. Do I have Sunset Invasion enabled? I thought I didn't. Apparently I did. I don't remember buying it. Did I accidentally buy it as part of some pack that I probably shouldn't have? Never mind. Let me see. There are some very strange exotic strangers in weird-looking ships making landfall along the Atlantic coast, speaking no known language, trying to buy land in exchange for obsidian beads, colorful feathers, and gold. After refusing their offers, local rules were apparently threatened with terrible curses and the might of a great emperor from beyond the Atlantic Ocean? Oh no. I have them enabled, don't I? I do. Sunset Invasion. Why did I enable Sunset Invasion? Now, this is on Iron Man, so I can't just, like, not have it activated. But do I even have it? I'm checking here. Let's see. I'm actually curious, because I was pretty sure I didn't have Sunset Invasion. Like, like, a Sunset Invasion. Do I? Do I? Let's just open that up. Let me see. Crusader Kings. Life. The Republic of Gods sort of is Dynasty. Yep, I have Sunset Invasion. I forgot. I think I accidentally included that one. Because it's actually one that I'm actually not that interested in as a concept of just getting invaded by, like, Native Americans randomly. My niece randomly becomes Basque. Did Basque have some superior abilities? I don't remember. like it had something to do with what you can do with women and their rights. I believe the Basque culture had something to modify that somehow. With suffering attrition, I think it's actually, if you're suffering attrition anyway, with a siege that might be that long, you might as well just assault. Especially since the assault is just taking care of it immediately. Galicia is not we're not at war with Galicia. Let me see, it's Duke, the Majorcan claim on Salamanca. Yeah. I'm just gonna kick those guys' armies off. Get Majorca out of there. Murcia? Oh yeah, that is part of us. Oh yeah, that must have been a part of France, and now it's ours somehow. Well, that's nice. That's a county I even didn't remember that we had. Good times, good times. Okay, we're going to march south, and basically, okay, these are friendly things getting occupied by them, so it's probably good to do that. Okay, yeah, also the Pope thinks I'm a problem in the world. The Pope doesn't even like me. That's actually not good. Yeah, it's the it's the Duke of Galicia, not the Queen of Galicia, that is at war with us, and he only wants her to pay tribute. Like, that's a weird thing to me. Like that it's like it's not 100% nonsensical or anything. I just find it a bit hilarious when you can have a vassal that's like a count theoretically have an emperor as a tributary, and that just works. Like, I remember this one time when I was essentially playing Crusader Kings as a random Germanic. As just a random Germanic somewhere, and I was like, ha ha ha, okay, there's this little guy over there. I'm gonna make him a tributary. He's got like 2 counties, that's great, that's great. I just do that, take his 2 counties and everything. And then I was like years later, after just enjoyingly accepting his tribute as like a little bit of an extra bonus money, he declares war at me to being released from his tributary status, and I was like, okay, that was kind of I don't see that often. Let's look at this for a little bit, and it turns out he was at that point the Emperor of Francia. That didn't turn out out. Yeah, and I found that really funny, especially since I was at that point had I believe half of the kingdom of Sweden or something, and then he's just like declaring war at me to being released from the tributary status because the emperor was a tributary to some random duke, and I just found that to be really funny. Yeah, we're just gonna kick that ass. We're gonna make sure to get that released because of that occupying. The war score to that isn't actually that bad. The Abadid war has ended. He's still trying. Good on him. Wait, occupied by who? Is Castile still fighting Mauritania? Defending. Has this just not cancelled out? Because okay, that's fine. Because it's this guy who is a vassal of hers that is attacking him. Okay, that makes sense. Let me see. Duchy of non de jure. You have just Majorca? No, I'm not gonna bother getting over there. I'll just, march home, and on my way there, I'll, go through that army, because why not? Okay, children locked focus. It's actually not a bad kid. Stewardship. Assign guardian. Sure, you, this random chick. This might get her to be German instead of being Russian. No diff. And she's actually going to like me a lot because I honored the alliance. Oh yeah, she's the aspiring seducer. Wait, am I an aspiring seducer? Okay, I am an aspiring seducer. I don't remember having been an aspiring seducer, but anyway, there it is. Can I change focus now? Yeah, sure. Let's get into the seduction focus of things. Sure, let's try to seduce the Queen of Galicia. Oh wait, no. Stop seduction, because generally speaking, you don't want to seduce people with the great pox. That's just a good rule of thumb. You know, pay attention to that, kids. If you ever see someone show up with basically trying to seduce people you know have syphilis is bad. It's not a good idea, and you shouldn't do it. Okay, let's see what else we got. What else we got? How old is this one over there? She's 48. That's too old to try to seduce. 25, just the right age. Actually, and she only has girls. So if I get a legitimized boy out of that, that'll be fantastic. But we're also going to make sure that you're currently marching with his army, bravely risking your own life. I would rather not do that, honestly. I'm not the type of character that's going to do that, so I'm going to forbid myself from leading armies. I do not lead armies. Let me see. An emissary from the Pope Sylvester reached us with the proposed Popal Garrus absolution from... Oh yeah, I started with the kinslaying. I don't remember... I remember... I think that happened before I got this character, and honestly, it would be good to get rid of an emissary from Pope Sylvester IV that reached us with a proposal Pope will Garrus absolution for the King of Kinslaying. 100 piety, 50 gold. Pope, will you please with my devotion? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's good. All good. Like, without Kinslayer, my diplomacy is at least getting somewhat better, and not having that penalty is very good. Because, especially since I've planted a bunch of people of my dynasty into high positions of power, they didn't pretty much like the fact that I did that. But now that I've got absolution from the Pope, I might have killed a close relative of mine, but it's fine. It's fine. The Pope said it was okay, and if the Pope says that it's okay, like, then you're off. Then you're off. Like, I'm going to heaven ASTAT, especially after conquering France and all that. Oh yeah, shit! I forgot to edit the title. Because the Scots haven't been Muslim since last week. There we go. Now that's all changed up and done. But yeah, now it's actually really good that this character doesn't have the Kinslayer trait anymore. Because, again, the Pope said it was okay. Now, I really hope that okay, she is chaste, she's 35 years old. I hope that this character doesn't have any more kids, and if she does, I really hope they're girls, because then the girl I'm betrothed to, Sophie Gilbertez over here, will actually become the next queen of Castile. And then her children, hopefully, if I succeed in this entire plan, I'll have kids with her, and they'll be of my dynasty, and they'll inherit the kingdom of Castile. So that would actually be really good. Yeah, sure. Let's occupy Santiago. Why not? Let's give her the ability to enforce the demand. It must be a surprise to all of these people that decided to declare war on Castile that was relatively low on troops that just then showed up and then be like, yeah, hey, Scandinavia is now joined in, and this is my Scandinavia, and it's actually looking pretty good. You know, I'm relatively proud of what I've done here territory-wise. Let me see. Yeah, we don't care about sacrificing French lives, so we're probably just going to occupy this immediately when we can. Especially since it's probably going to save us lives in the long run when we consider the attrition over here. Are any of these factions relevant? None of these factions are relevant. The biggest one is increased council power, and it doesn't nearly have enough. There's no rush. These penalties are just happening because we're at war. We're going to be at peace for a little while soon, so that's going to be fine. Oh, is that the county that we have the guy converting at? Because if it is, that means we can start converting some more things. Let me see. Kexholm. Have you turned Kexholm perfectly and well and Catholic? I see that you have not. It is still filthy with a taste of remove of pagans. Okay. Yeah, he probably had to pay her a decent amount of cash. We'll just look at Castile and see. Yeah, some of that cash is probably just coming straight out of that Dutch. Straight out of that Duke. Let me see, how much negatives is he in? Oh, that is not good for him. Let me see, he wants to marry someone else. Okay, how would you instead... actually marry someone here of my dynasty. Sure, that's fine. No. Have this marriage instead. That should be good. There's no rush. Like, we're getting there is no rush every time because because essentially we're dealing with this war over here. But we're not, it's fine, we're not fighting the Holy Roman Empire, we're fighting one tiny vassal in the Holy Roman Empire. And that's fine. Let me see. I tend to let female thieves and bandits get away with lighter sentences. Men, I might condemn a woman a few months in prison whilst the man might get one of his hands chopped off. It's how it should be. Oh yeah, it's because I'm arbitrary. Being arbitrary is not good. I didn't think anyone had noticed that I give lighter sentences to women than men, but Eorminnick was in favor of giving men more severe punishments than women. Apparently my potential heir prefers that way. Actually, should I join some societies? I can join Lucifer's Own. Yeah, I can, I guess. But do I want to? Like, some of the dark power stuff can be pretty dangerous to meddle around with. They might be forces beyond my comprehension. Yeah, sure, let's join the Lucifer's Own for fun. Let's get all the way back to France. If you have this many troops, France, why are you even bothering? Like, how are you having such difficulty? With all of that, you have so many troops, and you're still having, you have so many troops that I'm raising, 17,000 from you. There is no rush. Let me see, or maybe I should actually just sail over. Let me see. 457 ships. Jesus. Let me see, we've got... and this guy with that one county, that's like... do I want to bother? I don't think I even want to bother. Actually, that belongs to that Duke. Nah, I'm just gonna call it quits. Let that penalty fade away. The French have done enough. They've dealt with this war. It's gonna be over soon anyway. 60 kill. Things I don't care about. And those are fine things. We don't care about any of those things. Let me see, usurp Kingdom of Scotland. Okay, no, that was actually been pretty good. We've got France down. So now the question is, what do we want after that? There's no rush. I'm gonna give it one more go. If I see that happen again, I might go it's fine. Hungary has nothing going on here. Ooh, we've already finished something in Königsberg, although we're probably gonna, again, I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna buy the university now. Is there anything cheap I can get here after I get the university? Not really. Like, I'm gonna get that, and like the wealth of this country will total county tax 159. Yeah, like this, the wealth of this is a lot higher, but that's just because the technology hasn't caught up yet in terms of here. So yeah, I'll give it up for now. Let me see, what people can I try to seduce? What interesting people? I'm only aspiring seducer, so I should probably not bother with that and instead just go, join court, yes. Women, because I believe I'm not gay. I'm not gay. So let's invite someone that's not too old. Let's go for the high stewardship values, because okay, there doesn't seem to be anything in the high stewardship values that is a good enough age. Let me see, scholar, theologian. Actually, let's just, let's not even care about stats at this point. Let's just get something. Invite to court. Okay, how much money do I need to actually upgrade something? 347 for the training grounds. The morale of armies is actually quite relevant, so that's actually quite nice. After we get that. Ooh. Let me see. Okay, this is the event spawn that actually gets you to join Lucifer Zone. I'm gonna do a useful zone for Lucifer Zone. If we don't ask questions, wait, God makes us curious. I will seduce. Even though you are betrothed to some guy with a strong claim on the county of Malta. Sure, whatever. Let me see. Walking the palisade of the palace, I am joined by Bishop Rolf. I find myself agreeing with a lot of the concepts he presents. The futility of prayer particularly resonates with me. Suddenly turns to me and presses a small leather pouch into my hand. My lord, will you carry this with you for protection? I'll keep it hidden. And I thank you, Rolf. It's all going splendidly with my great Scandinavian empire. What have I told you? That all you have been taught to believe is a lie, Rolf continues, throwing a cautious glance around us before pulling up his sleeve, revealing a scar in the shape of a pentagram. God lied to Adam in the Garden of Eden. Reject the tyrant deity, and let Lucifer guide your steps. You truly are a witch, then? Can you do something about my rival? Okay, wait. We were fighting some raiders. Let's actually, let me see, if there's a chance it'll do something about my rival, I will. Yeah, I think my own troops, the troops over here are going to do that just fine. Are they a host? Full millennia. Yeah, they're just a host. Let's just disband them. We're not going to bother. They're heading into the HRE and are probably going to get gobbled up anyway. It has been some time since Bishop Rolf was in contact with me. I have been mulling over his words. God told Adam he would die if he ate of the forbidden fruit. God lied. The priests in the church lie. These men went to hold us back. You lose the trait of zealous. Trusting, you continue to await your constraint. I can't believe I've been so gullible. You will continue to wait instruction. Emperor Frode now loses the trait trusting. Because trusting isn't that great of a trait, so this is actually quite fine. This basically that's where a trait gives me one stat, because I like my intrigue goes up to 8, my diplomacy goes up to 6, down to 6, which is again not great, but I like greedy. Let me see. Greedy did 10% extra tax, -1 diplomacy. I think I'm actually gonna say I can't believe I've been so gullible, because just the 2 points of intrigue are I think going to be pretty much worth it. Yeah, my consular is copying tech in Constantinople, yes, and he's a king. And also, I'm going to send him a gift, because it's generally bad form to have a spy master that doesn't like you. Some carefully placed words can easily be overheard by notorious gossips, can be more effective than a love letter. Carla must have gotten my message, for I found a lock of hair wrapped in silk with her personal seal in my chambers today. Ha! I shall have her! Yeah, that'll actually be great, because that'll hopefully create me some potential kids for some alliances. In the meantime, while I wait for... yeah, the Duke of Iceland owes me a favor. I think that is completely useless. Raiders have arrived to loot pillage Schleswig. I gotta love the balls of this guy, though. I am one place in the Canaries. I have about 400 troops to my name. I shall raid the largest empire in Europe, and I shall do it close to where their previous capital was, where there is standing militaries right there. You know, like, the execution may not have been great, but, like, the balls in them, you gotta give them that. I found some cryptic scrawlings written in blood in my bedroom door this morning. The guards say they haven't seen anyone enter during the night, and I cannot ask my court javelin to decipher it. Yet I think I understand the pentagram, the mark of Satan. Of course, the bargain must be struck. You carve a pentagram into your arm, just like the one Bishop Rolf showed you. Getting minus personal combat skill -1. Because yeah, now my personal combat skill is 0. Because did Roth have it? Press do it? No. What did bandaged arm? Oh, it was probably my treasury that was giving me some. Yeah, personal combat skill +1 or 2. Yeah, it was giving me +1. I'm going to send her to leave. I'm gonna flirt with her discreetly. Hope that works. I need a new plan. It's all going well. Person I don't care about is trying to kill a person I don't care about, whatever. That's all good. And Castile is doing fine in that war. They're attacking in Mali in second. Hold Mali, holy worship for field. Wait, is Mali not? Mali in second, attacking in second. Yeah, he's attacking Amir Abdul Hakam Ironside in the second one for Fez. Fez is right here, so it's essentially, yeah, he's fighting. Yeah, Castile isn't fighting it though. So is it for this guy? Wait, I don't understand this war. Second Mali Holy War for Fez. And if we look at the Duchy of Fez, and it's de jure. Oh, sorry, yeah, this is part of the de jure, so it's essentially going to be that one county. Meet my room lady. Sure, that's fine by me. Vindividivici. Oops, I should have done the other thing. It's fine. But actually, maybe that's actually the wrong way to go. If I'm going to create kids, I might as well have them with positive penalties anyway. Not positive penalties. That doesn't make any sense. Positive bonuses anyway. Yeah, like this one looks fine. Gonna invite her to my court. Was I lustful? Okay, I wasn't. Astrid has been telling everyone that she saw Carla making love with the scandalous black. Poor Carla. I didn't mean to hurt her. You have received notification that the document of a gate your guide. Okay, I'm not in a member of the Brotherhood just yet. And I would like to seduce you. Sancha, which is a Castilian. That's fine, like any practice in being with Castilian women, because I believe I'm also betrothed to one. She's Castilian, right? Yeah, she's also Castilian. She will be mine. Let me see. Yeah, I can usurp Scotland. I know. I just don't care. I don't want to usurp Scotland. Maybe I should be more aggressive when it comes to war, but I'm gonna go. During the evening's council meeting, Chancellor Fortunato told us about a rumor he had encountered. Doesn't speak of an artifact. He had not aware from the specifics of Fortunato are uncertain, but perhaps it was something worth investigating. Interesting. Sikhs can ask one of his counselors. Emperor gives rumors of artifacts until 1463. Until 63. Emperor Frode's prediction changed by 15. Chancellor Fortunato. Ranger shirt. Sure. Why not? Fortunato. Wait, what? The devil must have cast a curse on me and my venture to recover the lost artifact, for I was brought to the most dreadful news. Chancellor died unexplained. While searching for the accident. Whoops. That was not intentional. Sure, you, random guy. How would you like to be the next Chancellor? Do not ask me what happened to the last Chancellor. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, it's like fine. Didn't he die? No, he like had an unexpected exit. I met an intriguing and hypnotical beautiful woman court. Perhaps this Bush Quinn is a foreign diplomat. I engaged her in a conversation for the first time today, and we spoke at length about investment opportunities. I was shocked that she carefully pulled up her sleeve, revealing the remarkable Lucifer. You're the messenger. Influence, the 67. Yeah, the Dominican order is the one of the highest influence. What do you need me to do? That's all we gotta do. We're getting raided over there, but I just can't be bothered. Escorts me to my bedchamber. I hesitated about entering, finding it flooded with light as candles circled around my bed. Several hooded figures surrounded the room, chanting in unison, "Fear not, brother, power and pleasure. These are the gift of Ignis." I like the sound of that. When I spoke to her, person is lying next to me, a smile tugging at the corner of her mouth. "Welcome to Usferzone, Emperor Frode," she says as I hold her close, wondering how I will look back on this moment. I wish you had found me sooner. I also like the fact that I am called the Witch Hunter, and I just happen to be a member of the witches. I am now an Abjur. Abjur has sacrificed to Iblis. Let me see. Wife of the Duke of Galicia. 33. Sure, I'll sacrifice one of them. Actually, sure, let's recruit. I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, it's not recruit for Satan. Let me see, let's see. It could have been worse. Let me see, give our release from prison execute. Sacrifice to Satan. I'll sacrifice this one person to Satan. Hail Satan! You, however, it's fine. You're not going to be sacrificed to Satan, however. You're just going to be... I'm going to wait out like a couple of years or so, like a few months. A tainted soul is but a small price to pay. Actually deceitful. That is quite good to have. It's +3. Yeah, that one's actually overall positive on the scale, so that's not too bad. Sure, raid me, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's totally fine. Zekria, that's fine by me, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine by me. A1, Kubrasit clan, Khaganate of Kubrasit, County of Wachaki. 1 county. Yeah, he's in the defensive pact against me, sure, but... Actually, I don't want to bother with it, I think. I think I'm probably just going to think about the big wars right now. And hope my vassals just kind of claim the smaller guys out. If they get to that idea, maybe that'll happen. Conquest by rumor. Ha! I shall have her. It's all going to plan. Let's see, weak claim, Kingdom of Hungary. Yeah, but sadly it's a woman holding that claim, so that doesn't actually quite work. The defensive pact is making that really not good. Yeah, I'm not liking that. Like, especially I want to be at full force. I kind of am at full force, though. I get like 17,000 there. Is the Holy Roman Empire on it? Actually, it's probably easier to just check here. Yeah, they're in the defensive pact against me, so yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Betrothal of the Lumpert Prince. How would you like to be betrothed to Austrade? That's all good. All good in the hood. See, I've decided to accept. Okay, that's actually all going well. I will confess my love. Virtue starting this one. I'll try to do something else about that. Actually, do I just want to stack enough money for the other university? It's cost me 1,100. That will be ready by 12:55. Given the amount of money we're gaining, yeah, we're actually just gonna stack money for that. Because it's gonna take about a year. But that actually takes about 2 years. In the meantime, the capital isn't doing anything, so yeah, let's get training grounds too. Let's get heavy infantry up a little bit. Yeah, the French area here has some Andalusian culture. And I also believe the current king of France is Andalusian. And of course, kids, as we all know, capital of France is in Estonia. That's not a strange thing at all. There are another little revolt. I don't think we care. We're just gonna let that land the way it lands. It's fine. Fine, whatever. That's all going fine. And okay, we've got this war still technically going on, but it's gonna be over soon. Like, yeah, this is about to finish being occupied. It'll be fine. There is no pleasing this child. My bastard of cousin is marrying Prince of England. Yeah, which is the king of Greenland's his brother, which I'll offer a non-aggressive pact. Ture Ulfrich, whatever, Rodislav, whatever. Lead Verno to meet me by the stream. Make a lewd suggestion. Sure, the next one. Virtue strong on this one. Okay, we're getting progress. It's all happening up. And Jerusalem is still happening. And like he doesn't have the actual. Oh yeah, he doesn't actually have the actual city of Jerusalem. So that's something I have. Well, a vassal of mine has, or a vassal of a mine has. I find that peculiar. Well, you know, it's just sort of like a little bit of a nice thing. You find. Let's see, bishopric of Jerusalem. What was that? Like, I think it was only holy sites that you have in your. Only I think you have to be of. Oh yeah, this is. Let me see, remove a pagan. Let's see. And then, oh yeah, there are no pagans left. Like was that religion? So UNESCO.
Can I actually just randomly decide to be like, I'd like to be run UNESCO? Okay, I think it has to be I think it has to be an established religion though. Like, I don't have it's hard to tell because I don't have an Orthodox
holy site, and I don't have a Sunni holy site or Shia. Was it Sunni? Was it Sunni that Cordoba was sacred? Yeah, like, can I? Have they removed that, or just? I don't know. Like, cause I feel like you could convert the liege of the the people who have progressed beyond our technological level. I managed to study advancements. Okay, that's actually fine. Like getting a little bit of tech points is never bad. Especially when your capital's a bit behind. 19, 19, 18 versus what 24, 22, 24, 24. That's not great. And Aragon is fighting with a really powerful revolt. Which could be a real problem right down here. Let's see what else is going on here. The French Revolt is happening, which is fine. Okay, that's like okay. Like, it's kind of annoying the Merchant Republics keep like taking stuff there, but it's not overly annoying. Got a little poetry. Let's see how that did me. Did not even get me a successful showing for the attempt, so that's really not great. I'm probably going to quit it a little bit early this week. Probably just going to quit it around 12, see what that happens. That's intriguing, I guess. Why are there so many? There are too many secret orthodoxes. It's just a bit weird that that's actually happening even. Do we care about a threat, though? Convert to local culture. Russia? Yeah, that's because commit suicide steps addiction. Yeah, I can try to do that. I have been blind but now I see it, nurture roots, or yeah, reading this is affirmed in my own beliefs, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, we can try to sacrifice to Iblis. I'll actually get 10 gold for that guy though. Charismia. Actually, I'll do that if we're like oh, it's probably just gonna grab up by Kozan. It's gonna be quick. Because, like, this is the Russian army, right? Yeah, Ragnar the Usurper is, I believe, the king of Russia. And we're just fighting half the world, that's fine. Leave her a note to meet me by the stream. Oh, opportune. Wait. Oh, opportune, make a loot suggestion. Let her love grow. Wait, do we have an army? It's gonna be an army. Why the that's fine. Oh yeah! It's a random mercenary on the other side of the goddamn planet. Fine? Like, do that? Like, you do you. The Viceroy of Ireland. Okay, the attrition has actually reduced his army beyond recognition. Good. I got to kill some random character off of the mercenary army that cropped up in my favor on the other side of the world somehow. Well, I'm not questioning that. I've just decided that I'm just not questioning how that happened. Defeat. Like, is our superior arms good enough to beat this with this low morale, though? Yeah, it'll probably work out alright, considering they won't have any reinforcements. What we will... They're gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be fine. We can still usurp Scotland. I know. I don't care. I don't want to have Scotland. Well, I want to have... Wait, although... see, direct vassal. We've got Russ. We've got 220 men coming in there. That war actually might have actually been bad. Let me see. Yeah, I actually should have probably realized that that was a bad war. Or is it? No, that was a bad war. That was a bad call. Doing that war was simply a bad call. Like, we might still win, but it's gonna cost me way more than it's worth. Yeah, and those guys actually could reinforcement some, so that's... Let me see. Or is it though? Let me see. We can get the French in there. This is a bit overkill, but I just don't want to surrender this war. It's fine. This was a bit of a mistake, though. I should have realized that they can call, like, probably could have raised tribal or troops too, just because the extended warfare just doesn't work for us. So we usually just gotta hope that the defensive pact hasn't done anything too relevant until the French can get there. And they're retreating all the way back to the French capital. I thought it was people running, the French running away from other people, not the other people running away to the French. Yeah. But I guess cliches can be kind of wrong that way. I'm probably going to quit this one a bit early, though. Like, a bit early, though. Let me see. Let me see. My sister in darkness came out of that triple. I was expecting to decide to pay me a visit. She's in a loot mood and thought we might stage an impromptu orgy in honor of Satan. What a lovely idea. I'll wear my skin mask. Where am I? Oh yes, the orgy. The 3 days of wicked debaucheries conducted by Priapic dwarf from hell. The drugs, the copulation, the sacrifice of the hypnotic flute. The ritual murder, was it real? All I know is the furrier knows how to throw a party. I feel great. I love because I'm fighting literally everyone. I'm just getting like these random things that are like, oh now suddenly this random mercenary all the way over there is on my side. Don't know how it happened, but they're now fighting on my side. The great and mighty Satan has given so much, and it's time to offer them a gift in return. Satan craves a soul to serve them in the dark. I prefer to perfect kind of capture and sacrifice a powerful ruler. Yeah, I believe powerful ruler translates to any ruler. For the record, any ruler. Just about anyone. Let's see. I did love the fact that they used to have a thing where, like, that the Satanists could just kidnap just fucking anyone. Before they fixed that, there was a whole mess of things. This is still a thing. I really wish these guys could raid, but alas, they cannot. The unit is allowed to raid. The unit is not retreating. The unit has no mercenary supply. Okay. You need... Yeah. Sure, let's just do that. In the meantime, there are 6,000 men way over there that are fighting in a war that has kind of nothing to do with the war that they were fighting on. Cursed disaster, fellow original Bishop Office, executor has been caught by court children. As an she now rots away the king. Deal for some curses. Well, we march on this pathetic war. It's sad that our empire has trouble with this. We have 40,000 men to command, but we're having trouble with the one county because we didn't look at, not because we forgot to account for tribal, because we forgot to account for tribal armies and possibly let me see. Can I look at the composition of that? Looking by the amount of light infantry, it's probably tribal armies. or the other thing, the religious warriors who are like trying to defend their faith. Well, we just gotta wait for the French to show up. The French are just gonna probably annihilate it. There's no way they'll be consolidated enough to take the French army on. And if so, I'll just have to curve out. Thousands of exotic ships have arrived. Stupid sunset invasion. Why did I enable you? Thousands of exotic ships have arrived in Golfo de Cadiz, blowing outnumber the swords of ululating warriors in weird armor spouting feathers and bone. These invaders from beyond the sunset worship a hellish demon god, sacrificing the population of entire towns and altars erected to the top of pyramid-shaped wooden edifices. They cut their weakness hearts out, carefully flay them, and let the devil priests wear the skins for many days. The Lord have mercy. Well, I guess we're doing Sunset Invasion, because I forgot that to disable Sunset Invasion. And we're probably gonna, just take care of it when this war's over. It's probably gonna be fine. Like, I don't know how many stacks of troops they're gonna be able to throw at me, but it's probably gonna be fine. Just French army, march. Come on, march faster, French troops. March a bit faster. I know you're walking through Russia and it sucks, but hurry up, will you? Like, you're gonna arrive there. Okay, so they don't have an estimated time of arrival. They have an estimate for travel for the next county, which is 9 days currently. It's gonna be slow. Dude, go and occupy, you stupid piece of shit, Russia. Do your shit, Russia. You should be going there and occupying the shit. And we have a lot of random troops that are just on random locations doing weird things, because this is how that works. From Alliance, no. Yeah, the Holy Roman Empire doesn't particularly like to be my friend, given the amount of territory I've taken all over the place. Including, I think, almost their entire border. Yeah, Hungary. They've got like a little bit of Hungary, Croatia, Venice, and Jerusalem here. They don't actually have much of else to, actually border. Oh yeah, didn't mean to pause there. Whoopsie daisy. Hey, sacrifice a ruler, that'll be tricky. Hopefully I'll randomly capture a ruler over here. Is Gretha of Hecatoris now known as the Enchased? Eh. Seduce sister? Eh. Why not? I'm a devil worshipper. Might as well throw incest on top of that sin list. The risk makes it even more exciting. Okay, the Russians have almost finished getting out of there. Turns against Zbili of the Aztec Empire. Sure, I'll accept against the Aztec invasion of Andalusia. This is why this is so stupid, because it's just... Oh, what if the Aztecs invaded? What if they threw a ridiculously high number of stacks and they just appeared out of nowhere? Wouldn't that be interesting for gameplay mechanics? When they appear out of nowhere, completely out of your span of your control, and they just start to wreck the Spanish? Isn't that great game design? That's actually one of the things, because it's a really boring way. Like, I know that if you really wanted to implement the Aztecs, this is kind of the only way to do it. Yeah, you can try to plot to kill him, but that's it. And he actually has, okay, he has a lot of the all of the commanders and random stuff for courtiers, but his religion is Aztec pagan. Can you be friends? Can you even be friends with him, I wonder? Like, that would be weird if you could just decide, oh yeah, we're fighting the Aztecs, we're gonna be friends. It's another huge fleet of... another huge fleet. What if... I gotta remember to disable this next time. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000. What if they just appeared with 60 stack of 60,000 troops out of nowhere? Isn't that interesting? That's in fact quite the opposite. Ooh, time to up the ante. I don't know why I want to marry this girl, but actually she's got pretty good stats. Actually, is there anyone that is of, let's say, my dynasty, but not close enough to actually give me an alliance anyway? The King of Scotland is. Sure. Nope. Sure. How do you feel to be? Queen of Scotland? The war score is at 0, but that's not going to stay that way for long. Is he only fighting Castile? And Galicia. He's not fighting the HRE yet, which is not great. Because the HRE would probably be some of the best support coming from all of this. And why are they not suffering any attrition anywhere? Yeah, they're not. Random person's dying. Yeah, we still gotta finish this off because we won't be able to actually take festive outside of Greth with half the course around a chaperones. It would normally be hard to spend any time alone with the target of my affection, but Greth is my sister, so I should be above suspicion. Take a long walk alone with her. Let me see. Nicole suggestion. Let's just see if that actually works. Greta and I gave our souls to Lucifer in the warm waters of stream, lost in wicked sin. When we returned to the main party in the evening, grinning and squeaky clean, turns came rushing. If they only knew. By God, I hope they don't. There you go. You want to rate? Sure. Yeah. You learn intrigue. You learn stewardship. There you go. We can usurp it, but we don't want to do that. That's all good. Also need to find a new seduction target. She actually has a boy now. She's 36, age 10. Yeah, she still has great pox, so I don't really want to do anything to that.
It's not that far away. I see. Let's try to recruit this one for Satan.
And there we go. It's all happening. We just need to war march the French army in their boots, walk all the way over there, and then it'll be good. And it'll be fine. It's fine, it's fine, everything is fine. It's probably fine. Actually, let me see, we can't do that, but can we do... Is she a member of the like, is she a member? This pleases me. Sure. Chuvash. Marching over there, it's all good. Chuvash? Oh yeah, it's the county over there, which is fighting all of us here. Isn't fighting at us because she was fighting him. no rush. With that war out of the way, I'm just gonna enforce demands. Let's actually up the hill fort. Let's disband the troops over there, and then we're gonna need to get a whole bunch of troops together to deal with this nonsense. Okay, we're gonna need from Cornwall here. We'll raise the English troops. The English troops can get over there. Actually, let's actually just put them over here so we can have control of where they land. Yeah, okay. The Irish troops are inside this stack, which retreated. Okay, we can disband them. They're safely in our territory, so we can disband them so that we can raise the Irish troops over here for a bit of reinforcement. Now I'm actually really annoyed that I moved the capital over here, because in order to go, because I would have to send any mercenaries or holy orders I would get would go way over there. The only holy order that I can are the Knights of Santiago that have an entirety of 63 troops. Does seem like that's going to help. With monthly 46. Under contract in this game. Okay, I'm going to dismiss those guys, because why would I care? I don't care about those guys. And yeah, probably don't want to raise mercenaries just yet, but what we're gonna raise is these guys, these guys, these guys, and these guys, actually, instead. Okay, no, do not raise the Danish ships over here. Race the Danish ships over here and march them up there. Or actually, sail them up there. 9,000 more over there. Yeah, you're fighting for the little county in Gdansk, and we're getting invaded by goddamn Aztecs. Stupid Aztecs. And we're gonna raise the French, and the French are gonna march over there. And the Swedes only have 1,700 troops because they really should have more. I don't know actually why they have this few troops to offer on offer. We're definitely raising both Poland and is this Russia or is this? Minsk and Orsha are their own separate own thing, apparently. Might as well raise the capital troops. Might as well raise Russians. The Russians straight behind them. That's about a further 10k. You march over there to the Teutonic Order. Yeah, this is so stupid. I should give up for now. We're gonna gather all of these troops up. Because one of the reasons why I kind of like the ships, because we're probably gonna have to attrition them out, keep army stacks down, because I believe their army stacks don't refresh, which is going to be a very important part of actually being able to take them down. And yeah, okay, they can actually get. They seem to have a lot of tolerance towards attrition, but they at least suffer some from it. I can send one of my sons into hiding. Nah. I'm going to, sure, kid, become a general. That's fine by me. Wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Did I have the Knights of Santiago? The Knights Templar as vassals? I didn't know I had the Knights Templar as vassals. Oh, the French had the Knights Templar as vassals. That's why they were fighting. Okay. Never mind. Okay, I didn't actually know the French had the Knights Templar when I took over them. That's actually quite a little bit of nice. Okay, and that makes sense why I can raise them so cheaply. But that doesn't really matter because their numbers seem to be a tad bit depleted at the moment. But yeah, dealing with the whole Aztec nonsense. This is not gonna be pretty. We're going to see some wide degrees of casualties here. Okay, we have about 20,000 to serve this guy in. We have decent commanders. Yeah, we just kind of gotta hope to throw. We basically gotta deal with a lot of this just simply through attrition. Wait, they're not besieging those counties because they haven't attacked the Holy Roman Empire yet, but they're essentially besieging everything else. I can't seem to, even though they're my ally, I can't seem to see whatever the siege results are. Do they strategically try to oppose me when I do this, though? Will they actually just let me take care of that one stack completely? Let's see if they do. Because, like, in case they don't, we have a few I think enough troops in reserve over there to the point where you might be able to win this. Okay, we need a new court chaplain. You make a decent court chaplain. Oh. My sister died. That's kind of sad, I guess. Okay, we got the religion here. We're going to convert one of the random Swamanesco areas. We don't really care which. As long as the work towards making all of our counties Catholic is being done, it's fine. Chancellor, sure, Ustrid, you can have a Chancellor, and you'll just be doing what you're doing. Sure. Let's just do that. The risk makes it even more exciting.
She also really likes me, so maybe we can... Can't we recruit for Satan?
Yeah, we attempt to abduct. Sure, attempt to abduct this guy, sure, why not? Yeah, changing how the abduct system works is actually pretty good, because now they actually need to spend more dark power than they had previously, and they still have to wait for a fair amount of time before it even has a chance to work, so it used to be a bit ridiculous, but they've actually fixed that for the most part. We're going to wait a little bit before reinforcing, because we essentially want to see their morale drop. We want to wait until their morale is like crusade for Anatolia. Oh, what the hell? Do we even care? Our mission against the Tengri barbarians? They're not even Tengri, what the hell? Things like Kagan Orton. Crusade for Anatolia. Armed mission against the Tengri barbarians? But why are you showing me the pictures of this guy? That is the guy we're fighting, right? And that's the guy you're fighting in the Crusade, right? Okay, you're attacking you're attacking the Mongol Empire. Okay, that makes sense. Why is this picture showing up then? Or these guys are, I guess, the guy we're saving. I don't know. Okay, anyway, yes, well, sure. But I'm kind of busy fighting the Aztecs here right now, so. setback. We seem to be beating them just fine. Wow, that seems to be that's a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. Just the French are beating the Aztecs. No help whatsoever, just the French. Okay, now it seems to be the tide where things seem to be starting to turn a little bit. And this is where we throw essentially our armies at them. The French! Wow, okay, they're down to almost no troops, sure, but come on, and bam! Suddenly, a bunch of troops. And we're just slaughtering them. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Sure. Seems fine by me. So let's just find characters. All women, any rank. Queen Maria of Steel, Alicia, no. John, no. Viceroy of Sweden is actually not that old, but she's already of my dynasty, so that's fine. Duchess of Albany. It's already within my realm. I'd rather it be in someone else's realm. Duchess of Carinthia. Yeah, let's actually just. Oh yeah, I can't really do that. Or do I need to? Let's stop that. Wait, what? There should be. Let me see. Women. There we go. It's sometimes does that weird thing where it just doesn't quite work. Okay, she was like because I revoked her title. Okay, here we are. Which is Corinthia. Is there anything else showing up? These are all out of connection. That doesn't work. She has camp fever, so I'd rather not. Duchess of Wessex. Rostock, that is within my realm. Strategy of Kurmul. Duchess of Jorvik. Let me see. Can I just not check for not within my realm? Somehow, because that would be more efficient way of doing what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, we're gonna try for something. Because I'm trying to find duchesses that are not in my realm that I might be able to seduce in order to steal their shit away from them. She already. Oh, okay, never mind. Seduce Bratislava. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let me see. She will be mine. After pulling it together, she seems to have almost no morale. But I beat Dan and back down a significant number of them. Like, how many unraised vessels do I have? I have like 7,000, 12,000 more that's unraised. Where are they fighting for? How much territory are they fighting for? Invasion of Andalusia, so essentially they're gonna get all of this. Actually not all of this, but all of the counties over there. Create new unit. And the 427 guy. Not gonna need you, so you just sail back home. Philip can marry, yes. Yeah, this is so bullshit. The Sunset Invasion is just not fun. What even happened? I'm just curious. I'm gonna plot to kill him because I don't even know what happens. Why the hell does he have a finger bone of St. John? Okay, probably just like stole it from someone else and he starts with an empty treasury. Probably just how the simple of the system works. It would be funny if this plot would just make the entire army go away. I have no idea if this is a thing that does anything, but I'm just curious, really. And it's funny that they even bothered making all of these Aztec portraits for this really stupid option. In the game, I gotta remember to disable this shit the next time I try to do anything about this. Like, the Black Death is at least is historical and at least makes sense, and like there are play rounds about this, but this is more or less just like you get hit by all the army in the world, go and fuck yourself. Guerrilla shit might help me deal with some of that, but yeah, like even if I like they don't even go, like they still do retreats, which annoys me because like I feel like one of their least saving graces would, since they don't refresh, would be that they just go away after this, but now they're still over there. You can't offer white peace at all either. At least I don't think. 423 ships, whatever. Disband the fleet over there.
And they're bothering with that. All the other holy orders are either in use. We can't hire them because of some reason. Yeah, they all seem... These guys are not under contract. Why can't we? Because we have that piety. Oh yeah. Okay, the Knights of Santiago are no longer so ridiculously shitty. Oh yeah, shit, we have 10,000 more trips. What the hell are we doing not raising those? Danish ships? Wait, what ships have we raised? Let me see. Round type of holding, County of Kursumba. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. We're trying to fix that into a castle, it's fine. There's no rush. Let me see. Send gift. He's a bunch of courtiers like this for some reason. I have no idea if just assassinating him makes it go away, but I'm just really wanna know. Like, they only cost 15 a pop, and it's not like one mercenary army is gonna be a difference between all of this. Unite these. Sail over there. No. I don't want the troops to walk. What the hell? That would take forever. We're gonna sail over here with the ships, because that's only gonna take a really long time.
Given the rate that we saw the other army go down, maybe this will be fine. Just don't point that thing at me. Yeah, we're getting outnumbered, but it looks like we're winning anyway. And it looks like we're going to get reinforcements. And we're going to get I don't know how, it'll take us a while, but we're going to get reinforcements from ships over there. Prince of Bohemia. Range patrol. Sure, whatever. When are they showing up? They're showing up the 20th. It'd be good if we could break that before then. 14. It doesn't look like we're going to, though. 17. 18. We'll just have to try again. Oh no, the guy whom I'd war. Okay. We were still beating the shit out of. Wow, Jesus, that morale went down quicker than I thought it would. Like, it looks like they gave them a lot of numbers, but for some reason their army is really shitty. Because like most other armies, you would expect this to be a losing fight, like especially since they have the bonuses and everything. But then no, they're just getting crushed. I guess I still haven't gotten the achievement for having defeated the Aztecs yet, so that's something. Yeah, but now their armies are all consolidated on one place. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one to sell. Kaboom! Let me see. County of Games. Yeah, it's the wrong one. It hasn't completed its upgrade yet, so I'm just going to let it sit. Let me see, Aztec. He has... like, love it how it's just like he doesn't actually have anything great there. He's stressed. Paranite, Zealous... 30-0 Frieskin Mary has inherited the Kingdom of Norgay. Yeah, I probably do want to just give somebody the Westerly title, preferably of my dynasty. Count Erland of Bergensus. Grant Viceroyalty, Kingdom of Norgay. Let's see, trade vessels. And the Kingdom of Nordarviki. Where is that anyway? Oh yeah, of course it's this stupid area. Well, let's just give that to Norway too. That's fine. Grand Viceroyalty, Kingdom of Nordarviki. Wait, I have the Duchy of Uppland. Yeah, I do actually, and I actually have the county. Oh yeah, I actually do have most of the Duchy of Uppland. It's just this guy who is, yeah, my vassal that I don't have. That's fine by me. Rush. 9,000 more men. Can they be tempted into attacking us, I wonder? I wish that they had some people, like, across the water. Because maybe we could do some shenanigans at that point. Lemberg. Success. Went out with a bang. Okay, they just die and come back. With even greater strength somehow.
Yeah, you can't do that because he doesn't publicly follow one of those religions. There's no rush. Okay, we actually don't have any penalties fighting across there. Inherited Kingdom of Sweden from Queen. Let me see if you pass by the treasure you stumble upon Mayor Valdemar digging through the coffers. You must be been quiet if you look surprised. So this is where the missing gold is gone. This behavior is unacceptable. Is imprisoned. This behavior is unacceptable. Sacrifice to Satan. Hail Satan. Let's get the reinforced fort in the way. Kingdom of Sweden. Let's see, direct. Bergstrus. Is there anyone here? Wait. The Duke of Helsingland. His heir is also of my dynasty, so here. Well, he's a kid, so he's probably going to live for a while. I grant you, I give you the title of Viceroy area. And you're an oh yeah, I gave an imbecile the throne to Sweden. So it's not much different from usual then. Okay, the Aztec invasion here is bonkers. Like, I'm just so upset that with myself that I accidentally enabled this thing to begin with. I can only blame myself for this ridiculous this ensemble of Aztecs that have somehow gotten here. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go up here and fight those Aztecs, because those are the Aztecs that seem to be most, the furthest away from the rest of the crowd. And then I can maybe reinforce with my Poles and Russians from over here. Okay, that's good. Scotland changed back into regulated inheritance. That's good. So now Scotland won't be randomly, things from Scotland won't just randomly go away. That's good. Administrative realm, improved. Okay, I'm actually just going to put him on researching technology in my capital here. Try to develop Kutnakunagard a little bit. I think that's actually a relatively decent thing to do. Okay, he's going even further away, which I think actually might be good. Let me see, 2nd December, 9th December. Because it's 10th December, 9th December. Yeah, because we don't want him caught in the crossfire. Although we are going to get caught in the crossfire. So yeah, go there. If they get the river crossing penalty, it's probably going to be fine though. Okay, let me see how it's going. We're just gonna let, they're actually going there, that just means we can go there. Oh, I'm no longer depressed, that's actually pretty good. 12th of January, okay, they're actually just gonna get attacked here, so we can just stay there. Then that's fine. Those guys over there don't seem to be doing anything about it. This is so much bullshit. 11th January. Okay, we win the battle over here, meaning that battle gets started with them getting the penalty and not us, which does actually give us a chance here against these unruly savages. Although the Russians and Poles seem to be doing less favorably than
what's left of all of the rest of our empire's armies, really.
Heir to the Holy Roman Empire, arranged marriage, arranged betrothal.
No. None whatsoever. Nothing useful happening here. We're apparently losing over there, but we're winning over here. But it doesn't seem to matter. They just have so many troops. Are they getting reinforcements though? Because that would be bullshit. They're not. We've got about 5,000 troops retreating over there. Those troops are heading over to Brakwaka, which is over there. We're defeating a fair amount of them over here. And they get to retreat still with 14,000 men. This is bullshit. This is so much bullshit. Let me see, they're suffering a little attrition. They go to Constant Affair, whatever. Whatever, it's all fine. This is not even fun. It's not interesting. They're just like, here, here's loads and loads of troops that come from absolutely fucking nowhere. Isn't this entertaining? I'm defending from heathens, so I should be able to call. Wait, not there. Should be able to call the Holy Orders, but I don't seem to be able to. Can't even call the Knights of Santiago though, because Dutch of Cordoba in Cultural. That's fair. I can't call the Knights Templar either because of some reason, I guess. And the mercenary count seems to be really shitty for the ones I can hire. I can't take alone. Yeah, this is so much bullshit. Are you supposed to let them the initial assault? Do you even stand a chance here? Like, even if you have a late game and you have, like, I guess you have, yeah, if you have like the entire world, you can handle it, but. And my vessel is, of course, attacking with Jerusalem and not bothering with the massive swarms of Aztecs that are just randomly taking over everything. How wonderful. And we've gotten their armies down somewhat. They only have 126,000. They only have well over. From what vassals are we raising this many troops from? Vassals, total strength. Okay, we're raised from French revolts. The Kingdom of Scotland actually has about 3,000 troops to add to this whole situation. Sail over here. Okay, we don't have to raise this from the capital. Direct vassals, French revolt is somewhere over here. So it's like a bit better than I thought it was, but you're still kind of just going like, it's just a huge grind. Total strength of Viceroy too. Okay, oh yeah, Norway. Oh yeah, some of the troops inside this stack are from Norway, meaning we can't raise any of the stacks right now, which is a little bullshit. Because that's how that works. The French revolts. Wait, are there two French revolts? I thought we already raised this French revolts.
Yeah, that's the French Revolt's army. He has two different French Revolts. That is another French Revolt. Let me see, what other powerful vassals that are apparently here have we not raised? We know of it, but it's fine. Can we raise any of the Swedish troop? No, that's right, that's Denmark. Nope. Duchy of Walkilia? Are these guys not directly 1487? Sure, let's raise and march them all the way across there, because why not? Swedish troops. The Irish revolts. And most of these are not doing... Yeah, the rest are just chump change. First of April. We're hoping that... I guess that's an amount of outnumbering that I've previously won. Like 6 versus 9. And I believe they'll have some sort of penalty. They won't have a penalty, and it looks like they're winning already, but it's only the first few rolls. We're gonna maybe see some drastic changes to that. Let's actually just run them up there. This is actually looking fairly troublesome. Sure, people I don't care about marrying each other. Elizabeth's learning. Whatever. Marriage over there. Got the groom and heir trade. Can't do anything else. No disaster. Fell on the brutal sewer burn. Disaster has been caught. Courage from the Jacobite and Senator Armstrong out rots away and Lord and Leader Alphonse's dungeon. Curses. If that battle is over, we're canceling it. Yeah, that battle's gonna be over. I fought the good fight, actually, though. They've got so many troops. Although, like, even after all this nonsense, they're still at well over 100,000 troops. Because the Aztec invasions are stupid. See, my brethren are having trans, just as pointless. No, yes, this is pointless. Because, especially since I already have gained the Dark Power for sacrificing a ruler, which is kind of the reason why I was doing it anyway. Or maybe that's inefficient. Maybe that actually loses me power. Just in net gain, net loss. Okay, they're running over there. They're getting over there, and they're over there. Let's run the ships over there. They're starting to occupy a lot of the nonsense over there. There isn't a rush. Okay, they're running back there. Asturias de Vido. If they come over to me, I think that'll be better overall.
We have the rebel Frenchman coming in for the from the back, which seems fine. When does the battle start? 16th of July. They will at least moved over to Vizcaya, and they'll be marching over there before that battle starts. And I can drop an extra 3k if things start to look dire. Sancha Munez, which is her mother, doesn't have any particular claim. I'll just acknowledge her. Hers mine. Okay, it starts with him not getting all of his men, which is probably going to be good. And yeah, let's put the Scottish land in the Scots. $3,000 swords up there. About time. Oh, after the logistics of an upcoming ritual, my sister in Dagnesbra, Bint Ugur, stood up abruptly and the depraved grin splitting her face. Well, on board. Let's head down to the town and have some fun with the peasants. Well, about time. I'll bring my pair of anguish, whatever a pair of anguish is. Let me see. We personally look at close looking at, so suddenly we're from the relish, and this family is clearly favored by God. Keep going, they can live for now. Let me see, the tavern was packed when we arrived, distracted the tavern keeper well. I closed the doors barrels with tears of dementor. Unrelated mood was getting festive. That's when Bra said, Billy Plank on me, locking me into a room with 3 burly warriors who were starting to rave and hallucinate. The curse of Balakporkor upon you, bitch, for gains Kroon and gain 100 dark power. That's fine. That's actually a twist to that event that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, after the reinforcements, we'll be outnumbering them, and it's a close call. This battle is like a close call, and then we're just gonna get 9,000 extra troops to it. My commander slain by the enemy battlefield. Or is it? 23. Accept. Or are we just gonna lose and everything will be awful? That looks like starting to look like it's going to be a possibility. Oh, we get slight reinforcements from... Okay. Some of them arrive before the rest. And then we have 2,000 more come. We combine them. We have them recover morale naturally. They're still going for us. We're just going to let them do that, I think. Because we're just going to be able to recover most of our morale, I believe, by that point. Where are we? Let me see, Prince Lenart. He deserves greatness, go get it. They're not bringing any troops closer, so I think we're just going to win this one. There's no rush. Let me see, they're going to get beaten over there, but, like, let's see. Do they still have... How many troops do they have now? Oh, great. We've cut them down, like, 20k. Come on, come on. Stupid Aztecs. 5, 3, and 2, and 3, and... Then we don't have to deal with them in Galicia anymore. And, but let me see, are we getting reinforced though? We're reinforcing, but only like 20 soldiers a month, so that's not a lot. There's no rush, whatever. And he's down to only 105,000. Yay. Progress. And I'm, on the other hand, down to 30,000. We're going to bring a roughly 2 to 1 without any penalties. They're not, since these guys are, oh shit. Oh shit. That's not going to be as easy of a victory as I thought it was. Do I have... Oh great, that army from the one duchy earlier. Those 1,500 men might actually make a difference. Still can't raise those guys. How many troops? 256. Not really worth it. Irish Revolt is 700 troops. Not really worth it. Frankfurt 707. God damn it. Still with about 1,000 soldiers down. Invite plot to kill. I don't care. This is just gonna be... Okay, let's go independent. See, look at that. Okay, no, we're not gonna march over there actually. We don't want to engage that. Ugh, there's so many of them. And after all this work and effort, they're only down to... Hey, we hit them below 100k. There's no rush. Oh, we're getting raided somewhere way over there. Whatever. Can't hire any mercs. So we're just have to deal with this, and it's going to be awful. Sunset Invasion. I'm still not entirely sure. Okay. The thing is, they're going to be about 12k over there. Do we get we don't get any penalties for marching into there. 13, 14, 15, 16. And if Castile joins us up there, which actually might happen. We see 13th. We actually might get another win there. Okay, I'm actually going to stop that because of this stack, because this stack is going to be too close for that to matter. Let's see if we can actually make that work. Okay, Random My Son is unlanded. I don't give a shit. Actually, let's actually give him this really useless county. You're chief. You're just gonna be a chief over there. It's all good. Let me see if they actually turn him there. They don't.
how many troops are left over there? And they're actually attacking Jerusalem too, which is massively annoying. They're actually trying to arrive in La Mancha. I have a feeling, given where everything is, I think it's fine if we go to La Mancha. Very well, let them in. Scottish rules from Prince Edward claim. Peace with development. That'll be all good. That is very kind. I accept your gift. Snow Award Honorary Title. Court Unit. Very well, this war must end. Okay, can't see where I'm going after that. I can get that stack, get some troops down there. This is just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so this stack is going down from there. If that stack goes all the way over here, I think that's fine. I think that makes sense. If this stack can get over here... 28th, 24th, never mind, we're not going to catch him. We're not going to catch him, but if this guy's stack goes enough down from there... The armies are down, but let's actually put the 28 ships over there just to make sure that we see the coast. Sure, whatever, some random guys raiding. We get it. I don't think we care. Sure, whatever. Yeah, this thing is so much bullshit. They got -17 war score on us. And almost the entire war score generated by me, because no one else has the troops to actually hypothetically answer any of this nonsense. Okay, good. We're at least getting some help from Galicia to kill these guys. Sure. Make a move, sure. Snow rush. Good to be emperor. There we go. Those troops slain. It's your capital, so it's actually going to turn a bit worse to your... Wait. Transfer Ruby Scepter. I think that one's actually better than my own. Noble Scepter. Ruby Scepter. Yeah. Equip. That's right, unequip. Ruby Scepter. I'm gonna equip this lovely Ruby Scepter into my stuff.
That's quite good. I think that's a bit funny though, that we're like, yes, we're trying to protect your homeland, but I found a nice scepter there. You'll accept that as a gift for liberating your homeland, right? No, I didn't really. Well, okay, that's fine. I guess I'm stealing it then. It's a nice scepter. And it means that more bonuses might, like from treasure bonuses, are national revolt risk minus 3%, monthly prestige 1.45, monthly piety 1.5, martial diplomacy learning, feudal vassal, and all of that nonsense. There are so many of them. Their war score is actually, what, 45% in their favor? Yeah, I guess everywhere that has it. I guess because I'm not technically in her war, I can't offer to join war. Two wars with the same guy. It also lets my vision be a bit better. And wow, he's all the way down to 88,000 troops. Okay. It's all going according to plan. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, excellent. It's actually quite good. Yeah, by the way, also. Yeah, just do that one, because why not? Ugra. Yeah, Holy War for Perm. If you beat that one, that's quite good. Let's actually march like that. There's no rush. We'd be winning a little, and then we get reinforcement for 14k. Hopefully we get to beat them down before they do much to get too many reinforcements, get the most. Actually, we're clearly outnumbering them here. There's no rush, whatever. I don't really care that I'm not really seducing anything right now. I'm just managing the mess that is this war. I actually hope they get there before the battle is done, because we're just gonna beat them anyway. It's like this stack might change something, but this stack is just gonna get eaten. Do they follow? They do. So I think we actually want to go for that one. Yeah, we do. Oh, especially if they're going away right now. That's actually just great. And we're getting 8,000 more troops stacked over there. Just no rush, whatever. Okay, a bunch of kids need focuses. You get that focus. You get, I don't know, that thing. That thing.
not showing up to reinforcement, then they're actually somehow taking attrition. Faction? Really? You've got no daughters whatsoever. Gavelcan succession? No, don't do that. Let me see. Frode. Let me see. That was also there. King of Scotland. I cannot offer defensive pact. Frode. My daughter, nope. Got no kids whatsoever. That's not great. I hope you don't rebel, because that would be another mess I have to deal with, and I'm dealing with far too many messes at the moment anyway. The moment already. Wait, is this another glitch? Oh, okay, okay. This is just happening right now. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I accept. Okay, it's just one of those glitch where it asks if not. Victory. That's just our troops, then we have theirs. You see it's random cousin, whatever. Do we have any randomly powerful vassals that we can actually raise? No. We probably want to regroup at this point. Yeah, and since we're kind of in the middle of that, I'm just gonna wait for the rest of it until next week. Since it's already getting a little late. Okay, so now we'll be continuing this next week. We'll hope that our quelling of the Aztecs will go well, but until then, we see you. Ugh. Alright. Tricky is still trying to get hang on this one. So until then, I will see you. Tune in next time. Time at the same crusading time at the same crusading channel, where you can go in and check out me seeing if I could actually figure out how to deal with these darned Aztecs.